whole of the Western world and some parts of the East are celebrating at this time the recognition that Jesus was born, the Son of God was born. Nonetheless, at the time when Jesus was still in the womb of Mary, there was a lot of commotion because there was a decree, an order from the first emperor of the Roman Empire, Caesar Augustus, Octavius by name, who made a decree that there should be a census, meaning that everyone needs to go back to their place of origin. Fortunately for us in this day and age, when we have a census, we stay in our houses. You know, if there was a census now, we would have to all go to Guyana, to Georgetown, where my dad was born. And even my mum will have to go there as well, praise God. And we'll have to register there. And everyone will have to go to their various places where their fathers were born. But fortunately now, in our census, we stay where we are. Now, Joseph had to go all the way to Bethlehem from Galilee. And as I mentioned last week, Galilee was a mixed place, a place where there was a mixture of people who were Jewish origin, people of Samaritan origin, Gentiles. It was a mixed place. It was often derogatorily called the Gentile, place of the Gentiles, meaning it was a place where people aren't pure, people aren't truly Jewish. So if Jesus was born there, it would not have fulfilled the prophecy of Micah, where Bethlehem needed to be the place where the Messiah should be born. So they traveled all the way to the city of David. Now, why David's city? It was because that was where David was born, that was where David was from, and the house of Jesse. But David was the king that God made a promise to, and he told David that out of your descendants shall be a king that shall rule forever. In essence, he was making a messianic promise to David. However, we looked at last week, a few weeks ago, how the line of David's royal line, from Solomon going all the way through, was not permitted to rule because of the sin of Jeconiah or Jehoiachin when he burned the scrolls of Jeremiah. So God put a curse upon him and said, listen, none of us will ever sit on my throne, and your throne will end. He ruled only for 3 months and 10 days. He was taken up to Babylon. And we noted that while there he had children, and those children and the descendants began to grow, and that's where Joseph came from. As for Mary, many people recognize and see that Mary may have been from the house of Judah, believe that she was from the house of Judah. Nonetheless, we also must note that her cousin was Elizabeth, and Elizabeth was a Levite. She was from the house of Abiah, an Aaronite descendant. Nonetheless, it is very probable that Mary was from the house of Judah as well, the house of David, but not of the direct line of the royal line. So God decided to send shepherds, and so an announcement was sent from heaven, where the angel of the Lord appeared to these shepherds while they were watching their flocks by night. It is understood that the shepherds would not have been out at night in a December month. So many people look at this and recognize that perhaps the date we use to celebrate Jesus Christ's birth was not the actual date where Jesus Christ was actually born. And some speculate it may have been in April, and some recognize that the warmer months in that part of the world is anywhere from April all the way through to September. So they would not have been more likely born in December because of the fact that the shepherds would not have been out at that time of the year. Nonetheless, it is understood that John the Baptist may